headed to the front line and the brutal, unforgiving terrain of battle-scarred Afghanistan, the scene of some of the fiercest hand-to-hand fighting that British soldiers have faced since the Second World War. In the heat of battle, the Navy's Royal Marine Commandos, a spearhead force of elite shock troops that can attack with devastating effect from air, sea, or land. To prepare for war, they've undergone the toughest military training anywhere in the world. Enough to reduce grown men to tears, and it often does.
Stop making fucking girly faces and start moving!
I was granted unprecedented access over 12 months to film with the commandos, both here and in Afghanistan.
Phone right over our head.
Hands straight in the ball, it's very uncomfortable. You start grabbing, ripping the testicles off, ripping the penis off. Again, I'm sure you're going to have the upper hand.
No!
Whatever the situation, nothing was to be hidden from me.
Stick it up your ass! You think you got the fucking attitude to sit back here and do your own fucking routine? You can think again. I'm spent.
If we don't carry out what we've been taught, you know, we're going to end up dead.
Get down into cover. Get down into cover. Down.
I was with them as they faced the shock and horror of the front line.
Big
We're under heavy attack. Taliban are fighting back hard. Got us well pinned down.
I was at their side as they confronted pain, exhaustion, fear, and even death. Our story starts back in June 2006 as a fresh batch of recruits arrives at the Commando Training Centre at Lympstone in Devon, a base with its own dedicated railway station.
Lads, come here. Line out along there.
For these 50 recruits, aged between 16 and 28, there's now no turning back.
Stand still, face your fronts.
They'll be known as 924 Troop, and this is their extraordinary story.
When I ask you a question, you'll finish the sentence with call.
Over the next 32 weeks, they'll be pushed to their absolute limits, and many of them will be broken by the training, destroyed by the sheer bloody challenge of it. We'll be with them every body-crunching, gut-wrenching step of the way.
No, that's some corporal. You don't think to have a shave this morning?
I did, sir.
Corporal, I disagree with you massively. So I'll be teaching you how to shave properly. Name?
Richard's corporal.
Switch your fuck on! Get up there!
There's nothing you seem to do is right.
Right.
CT, yes?
Yes.
Name?
McCormack, corporal.
Do you top button up?
924 Troop face an often exhilarating but sometimes terrifying rite of passage that only the very best will get through.
Right, man, everybody pick up your bags.
The ones that do will be sent straight to the front line in Afghanistan, and we'll remain with them wherever they go.
Catch it up, then.
But first, there's 32 weeks of training, 8 months of intense, arduous physical and mental challenge. For many, as they cross the threshold into an alien world, it'll be the first time away from their families, who must now come to terms with their own fears.
The knowledge that he will be going to a war zone is obviously quite frightening for a parent. But The fact that he will be one of the elite of all the armed services throughout the world is a big sort of confidence boost as far as I'm concerned. But I don't want him to come home in a bag.
Line up, one long line there. Hurry up, let's go.
As soon as you're in, you're trained and you're out somewhere like Afghanistan.
That's not hurrying, fellas, get there.
He doesn't scare very easy, Mike.
No, he doesn't. We worry about him just as much going out on a Saturday night, local, as we would, I'm sure, going out there, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. Especially if he's got a troop behind him and he's in a group. I feel more confident and comfortable with that.
Catch you up in the rear then, hurry up.
We had to accept that he might have to shoot somebody, or there was the possibility that he could be shot, but we've had to sort of come to terms with it.
It's a fact. 924 troop will deploy onto operations in Afghanistan. So we've got 32 weeks to transform this individual into a team player, a well-trained Royal Marine that's confident and capable of joining a troop on operations. And you know, that's the test. That's the test for us here in the training centre.
Right, this is a foundation centre here. It's where you're going to spend the first 2 weeks of your life in the Royal Marines. Don't just amble about, fellas, get moving. Name tag on, and then get yourself to the barbers.
(924) Troop, 50 young men plunged into an extraordinarily different environment, and for the moment, complete strangers, but who one day will have a bond so strong that they would readily die for each other.
Teddy William Carlo. John William Hudson. Isaac Terrence John.
James Dennis Williams.
Matthew Ian Wilshire.
William Young. Swear by Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors, and that I will, as in duty bound.
British forces in southern Afghanistan have been involved in the heaviest fighting yet with Taliban militia since UK troops took over security duties in Helmand province at the beginning of May. 2 British soldiers were killed in action early yesterday, while a third died in clashes earlier this month.
(924) Troop, welcome to Livingston, welcome to the Royal Marines, renowned for its demands, the challenges it'll put your way, okay, and putting you eventually as a part of 3 Commander Brigade. You will be surprised at the number of young men that start to waver in the first few days. All right, you'll be surprised that it's the chap in the bed next to you that's starting to doubt his decision. Please, fellas, look beyond the end of your nose. Many of you, on completion here, will go straight to Afghanistan. Our aim is to pass you, all right? Let us do that.
Empty the contents out in front of you, please.
The transformation begins. Uniform and kit.
First bit of kit, then is your Combat 95 Gore-Tex trousers.
No weapons yet. The most lethal thing they get to handle in these early days is the steam iron.
You've got your steam buttons and your water buttons on there. Okay, a little bit of water over the collar, not much texture.
Is this what you thought it would be like in the Marines?
Yeah, first day, that's what I was inspecting. Paperwork, stuff like that, just trying to break us in gently. It'll soon pick up the pace by the end of the week.
You're still up for it, huh?
Oh yeah. Yes, you've got to be up for it in the Marines, you do. We don't come here half-hearted. No, sorry.
I chose the Royal Marines because I wanted to be part of the elite, and I knew that this would be the greatest challenge. And I'm putting 100% effort in and determination. I'm prepared for anything that they're going to throw at me.
Including serving in a war zone?
Including serving in a war zone, yeah.
With this, I always thought to myself, it's one of them things, if you don't do, you'll regret. At the moment, I'm very glad I've done it. Just got to keep it up.
It's another, what, 31 and a bit weeks?
31 and a bit weeks. Not long now. Yeah, it'll be all right.
Adam, I got bent lines, are they okay?
But this isn't an easy transition for everyone. Terry John from St Vincent in the Caribbean is already having doubts.
There's a lot going through my head right now. It's like so many different things. I've come from so far. I wanted to do it. I want to be a very strong, very determined young man, and I want to prove it that I'm very determined. So it's hard. It's really hard. And the way I'm feeling right now, I want to leave. My mind is just like splattered all over. I'm just like all over, so my mind is not really at ease and at one.
The fact is, as unhappy as Terry seems to be, no one's allowed to leave for at least 28 days, unless there are exceptional circumstances. So the training goes on to turn these young men into steely-eyed dealers of death and destruction.
Right, what you're going to get now is a demonstration on how to shower correctly, demonstration on how to shave correctly, and how to brush your teeth.
You will have been issued in your bed pack a mattress cover, a pillow, 2 pillowcases, 2 duvet covers, 2 white sheets, and a quilt.
Okay, first thing, how to shower correctly. Okay, first thing, get yourself under the water, get yourself soaked through. Get yourself a bit of shower gel. Okay, and you start from head to toe. Making sure that you rub it in absolutely everywhere. Okay, all over the arms, shoulders, as much around the back as you can reach.
Here's your mattress, yeah, which has been issued, and the mattress cover goes on the mattress like a condom.
In around the groin, okay, under your knob, okay, pull the foreskin back, get it right in there, okay, around the end, the whole shebang.
When you're making your bed, you'll see that you've got a central crease down the middle and 2 on each side, which fit quite nicely. Yep.
Then you move on to your legs, okay, scrubbing away, getting the nails in, okay, over all of the legs. Next stage then, lads, making sure that you rinse all of the soap off properly.
2 big strong lads, duvet cover on the duvet. It shouldn't be too complex because you've all got duvets at home, okay? However, Mum's not here and you can't close the bedroom door, all right?
Okay, you've had a nice easy day today, fellas. It starts from tomorrow. The learning curve is like that. Right, so you need to have a good attitude, right, you need to be willing to work hard, otherwise it'll get painful. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
It's past midnight, and 924 Troop prepare to bed down, day 1 over. Just 240 left until they're deployed to Afghanistan.
Suggest tomorrow you start moving a lot faster with a lot more urgency. Enjoy the sleep that you get. Get in your pit.
After just 5 hours sleep, 924 Troop is woken to start their second day of training to be Royal Marine Commandos.
Right, we get up then. Get up. Lift up the towel, make it stay, let it shake. Give it a crack straight on. Everything up and out your bed now. As soon as those picks get them out of it.
For their first 2 weeks, they have to wear shirts and ties to the canteen. Breakfast is the first of 4 main meals they must eat every day to cram in the 5,000 calories they'll need to cope with training.
Left, move. 2. Halt. Yes, 1. Today, this is a fitness assessment, so I can gauge, and myself and the rest of the instructors can gauge your fitness and see how you progress through training. Everything you've got in there. You're out. You do not drop out from the run until you are literally doubled over, about to pass out. You give everything you've got. This is also so you know in your own heads how fit you are.
Over the next 32 weeks, these recruits will be pushed through physical pain barriers that right now they probably couldn't even imagine. By the end of training, each recruit will have had to obtain the fitness levels of an international athlete.
Down, the chin's got to go over the bar.
The change from civilian into the military and into the Royal Marines, yeah, it's a huge step change, and you know, it's a man's world, and some of the blokes aren't ready for that.
Listening, Troop! Some of you look fresh as a daisy. You should have all had your hands in the air, asking for permission to go outside to throw up. Arms bent!
There's every chance that we're going to lose 25 to 30%, not wanting to be here, or unfortunately having to go home because of an injury or an injury they've come here with, or just being unsuitable. And very early on, you'll note that there's going to be one or two that really don't want to be here at all, and you know, they made a bad call. As I'm sure we'll see with this troop, there'll be one or two that want to go almost immediately. Yeah. Jake.
The way I'm feeling right now, I'd already written a letter asking very respectfully to terminate my service as soon as possible. And I was basically stating reasons, being that my mental state, I don't think I'm mentally fit for it.
If you go home after coming all this way, I think you're cheating yourself, Recruit John. You haven't given yourself a fair shot. Now, at the minute, you're unhappy, aren't you? And you're not enjoying it. But I think for 2 days to make that judgment, Recruit John, I think it's very narrow-minded of yourself. You agree?
No, sir. I've just gone down the wrong path, that's all. At night, I don't get good sleep because I just lay down, and every time I turn, I'm thinking someone's going to come in and say, do this, do that, and all that, but I just want... You can't relax. I can't relax.
Well, nobody can relax. The troop were 2 minutes late coming back from supper, a punishable offence.
Everybody stand up. Okay, unfortunately, you've already just ironed and folded your trousers and the Combat Soldier 95 shirts, but I haven't checked they're fitted. Okay, everybody now, pick up one stone shirt, hold out in front of them. Yeah, they'll fit. Throw them over your heads. Next shirt. Okay, bear in mind, fellas, these are all going to need re-ironing now and refolding. Okay, drop those. Make sure you've got both of your rigs ready for tomorrow. Ironed and folded. Make sure this place gets left immaculate. Crack on.
I just feel like trash right now, that's just it. To the end.
It's not easy though, is it?
It's not easy, it's hard. No.
Okay, it's meant to be hard. So when you pass out, it's a quality life. When you pass out, without being cheesy, you'll travel the world. Okay, you'll go places. You will make. I didn't believe it all either. You'll make some of the best friends you will ever have. I'll give you my word on that. Okay, it's a quality lifestyle, but you got to get through 32 weeks. Remember, everyone's in the same boat. You're not the only one who's feeling like you're feeling. Yes. One day at a time, confidence, smash it. Just go through it each day.
Let's go.
Yeah? Okay, loads of work to get on with in there.
Happy days.
After another fitful night's sleep, 924 Troop wake to their third day of training. And Terry Johns made a final decision about his future.
What do you want, Recruit John?
That's today that I've changed my mind about my decision.
So you want to stay?
Yes.
You want to stay at last? That didn't take long, did it, Recruit John?
No, it's just my feelings, you know. And
it's a bit of a shock of being here for the first night, isn't it? You think, I can't do this, but then you have a night here and you settle in and it's not too bad, is it, Recruit John?
I can do it.
It's not going to hurt you, you're not going to come to any harm, are you? You enjoying it?
Yeah, so far.
In a weird way? All right, I don't want to see you for the rest of the training then, Recruit John. Positive mental attitude, away you go. Good for that. What, day one, you wanted to leave? I've changed my mind now, sir. Good Recruit John, get back in there. I think it's quite common lads come and they say they want to leave, and they don't really, they're just scared of being here. First day, second day. A bit shock of capture, a bit scared. Yeah, he was quite happy then, wasn't he? Bit of energy. Soon sacked that out of him. Right.
You seem really happy now.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to approach it. If we all could be happy together, then we'd face when it's bad together. I'd rather if all of us be happy with one another, then we might be able to help each other quicker. Get to know each other really quick. There'll be down times. There would be times when we feel like shit. When we're running and other guys can't keep up, we just try to encourage them and pull them forward. I'm normally friggin' crazy, that's just it. You know when I'm not feeling proper, because I would just not say anything. Just be there.
First 2 days.
You'll change your mind tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going home.
It was only last night that Terry wanted to leave. Now he happily joins 924 Troop as they set off on their first speed march. But one recruit stays behind to see the company commander.
Why do you think I should let you go home before your 28-day period is up?
For personal things, sir, I find myself becoming increasingly more panicky and feeling very claustrophobic, very nauseous. I'm surrounded by all military personnel, pictures, and on your point of view, sir, I don't wish to be any more of a burden on you.
Right, well, firstly, we'll decide as and when you're being a burden. I want you to stay beyond this week. I want you to give me at least a week or two of your time. However, I'm being strongly advised that probably isn't the right thing to do with you.
Yes, sir.
You are unhappy, exceptionally so, okay, and I think that you're going to start to be a liability, not only to the troop, indeed to the trainers, okay, but potentially to yourself.
Okay, slow the pace down at the front.
The reason I'm really slightly unimpressed, good Lambie, is because what I wanted to see was a little bit of oomph, a little bit of spine, okay, and for you to take away a few life skills from your 2 or 3 or 4 weeks with the Royal Marines. Now you're even going to fail to do that, which is a shame, okay, because I think we could have furnished you with something, all right, from your efforts at getting here. Now, are you sure you don't want that? Are you sure you don't want to give this a little bit more time, knowing, because it's your right, after 4 weeks, knowing that you will be making that decision and going home?
Sir, I'm positive I wish to leave as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yep. So, fellas, I'm not too sure what it was, but quite a few of you couldn't quite keep the pace. The purpose of that march back to camp is to help you to break into your boots. Now, if you think, fellas, of forthcoming months, they're going to build up from this 5-mile speed march, 6-mile speed march. Fellas, that's with kit, culminating in your 30-mile march across Dartmoor, wearing webbing, weapon, and a day sack weighing upwards of 40 pounds. Okay, you'll do that for 7 hours at a quicker pace than that. If you thought that was hard, fellas, I suggest you have a long, hard think about what's to come ahead of you, get it in your minds and get on with it, okay? You shouldn't have any complaints of anything like that. That was very basic, fellas. You'll do nothing that easy for the rest of training.
It wasn't until I started speaking to the rest of the recruits and sort of looking around at all the pictures and things like that, where they were all really sort of buzzing for the Corps and all they wanted to do was be a Marine. And for me, the enthusiasm for it all just wasn't there. Everywhere you look, there's some sort of commando or camouflage or something with someone holding a gun, which, you know, looks great on the telly, looks great in the magazine, but when it's around you 24/7, it does force thoughts into your head that at the end of the day, you know, if you don't really want to be doing that line of work, there really is no point being here, and the pictures certainly just ram it straight down your throat. As soon as you pass out and you're deemed a suitable Marine, you know, you're out there to fight for the cause. And to be fair, a lot of the lads, even though they're very early on in training still, are really up for that cause. And if I had a hat, I'd take it off to them, if that's what they want to do.
Why are you smiling, Williams? Come here. What report?
I am PO, sir, I am PO 64976 Charlie, Recruit Williams of 924 Troop.
Why are you smiling, Recruit Williams?
Because if I don't smile, I'll cry, sir.
All right. You enjoying yourself?
I am enjoying myself, sir.
Why?
Because I know in 8 months' time I'll be a commando.
Fair enough, Recruit Williams. What did you say to me earlier while you were smiling?
Humour in the face of adversity.
What's that?
Always smiling no matter how bad things get.
Now what's that? It's one of the 4...
ethos of the commandos.
Ethos of the commandos.
What are the other 3 commando qualities?
Professionalism. Professional.
Okay, might be in the ethos booklet. Do you know what the commando qualities are?
Not off the top of my head,
No?
sir.
You're going to learn them tonight?
I will do, sir.
Cheerfulness in the face of adversity is one of them. Go and find out what the other 3 are.
Will do, sir.
Away you go, Recruit Williams.
Thank you, sir.
Go on. Okay, what are they?
Cheerfulness, determination, courage, and... Do you know what? I forgot the last ones.
Go away. Go on, find out. Don't salute indoors, Recruit Williams, second time.
Sir.
Report.
I am PO 64976 Charlie, Recruit Williams of 924 Troop.
Recruit Williams, what have you got to tell me?
The 4 commando ethos,
Yep.
sir.
Commando qualities.
Commando qualities.
Which are?
Cheerfulness.
In the face of?
Adversity. Unselfishness, determination and courage.
Good effort, Recruit Williams. Go away.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, well done. He's going to be a character. Just morale in a box. He's laughed to himself as well on the way down. Grinned to himself. Chortle.
Salute!
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So, morale is beginning to pick up, for some. But the troop is already one down from 50 to 49. And who knows how many more might want to make a run for it.
This is the initial troop photo, and what we do when they go, we just black them out into the shadow of their former selves. And at the end, we'll see who's still standing. From these faces here, I'd say no more than 15, 16 of those will be there at the end. Okay. That's what I hedge my bets at.
Right, so the first to go?
So who's it going to be? The first to go, Lamley. Was so adamant that he didn't want to be here, professional footballer beforehand, that he didn't even make the end of week 1, so he's gone. Here we go. Lieutenant Rogers.
It's Orlando Rogers' job as 924 Troop Commander to get the best out of the new recruits. He's there to push them as hard as he pushes himself. Something that's not gone unnoticed from today's speed march.
I was watching him in the gym.
He may sweat like a bitch, but don't forget he's still fitter than us. He's still a trained lieutenant in the Royal Marines, so he'd still piss all over
Lieutenant
us.
Rogers, yeah. He sweats, doesn't he? Like fucking...
I sweat loads, but...
You only walk down the road, he's like...
His
95s were wet, soaking.
His fitness would piss all over us put together, lads. All our fitness here, put it into one body.
I don't think so.
Nah. How old is he?
21 now. How old is he?
Is he
21?
My brother is older than him.
I'm 20. He's the same age as me. He's 21. My God. He's a big bastard.
And he's fucking nails, isn't he? He is nails. The arms on that fella.
Did he do all them exams, officers? He has to do double push-ups and double sit-ups and everything.
Well, 50.
It's double.
57 weeks, isn't it? Yeah, 40.
Smith. What's your first name? James Charisma Smith.
The recruits graduate to the drill ground, where turnout is all important, as well as a thick skin.
You see your name in there? You see it now? No, it's not in there, is it? Why not? Scrotum. Get it in there, yes?
Salute, miss. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, down and swing.
I'm tempted to give you a front wedgie. Okay?
Yes, Corporal.
Which is slightly more painful than the rear one.
Yes, Corporal.
Trust me.
Yes, Corporal.
Okay, don't need to see that, do I?
No, Corporal.
Good.
Okay, that is not a salute. Okay, nor is that.
You're actually quite a little bloke, aren't you?
Yes, Corporal.
Okay, fingers together. Cock it. You're like that. Straighten up. Other way.
Very good creases in your trousers there, Clifford. Aren't you doing well so far?
Okay, shortest way down. Swatting that B on the end of your willy. Top, hey! Wait for it, men.
Right, you're about the 5th ginger I've seen in this troop now. Not very happy about this, men. Next time you go into exit, you get some hair dye. Get this situation squared away.
Salute, miss. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, down and swing. Troop, halt, miss, 1, 2. Okay, very ragged, but, you know, starting to get there, men.
924 Troop is making progress. Well, at least on the drill ground. But now it's time for a stint in the forest and a first taste of life as a commando.
Everything we teach you over the next 32 weeks is preparing you to close and kill with the enemy. No matter who it be, when we get the orders from above, we do our job to the best of our ability. That's what it's all about. The core ethos, as we like to call it, everything that makes a Royal Marine, we will pass on to you so you can get to week 32, passing out and be proud to wear the green beret. But it starts from within. You've got to look at yourselves, how much you want it. So go on then. Who are you? How old are you? What you've done? What haven't you done? You can start. Stand up.
Hello, one section. My name's Michael Uriga. I live in a place called Salford in Manchester. I'm 21 years old. Like me boxing, had a few fights.
My hobbies include football, Tottenham, and beer and women. You can't have a hobby without beer and women. I did several office jobs and just wanted something to break the monotony of everyday life outside.
Just want to get outside, get in the mud and that, roll around, shoot some bad guys.
I'm a very adventurous person. I'd do any crazy thing, as you would find out.
Now you're scaring me.
No, I'd take the risk of jumping off something if ever our troop needs it. I'd go forward and, do it, because that's the person I am. I love my friends. Once I make friends with you, I just love my mates. Sometimes my mother tells me I love my friends more than I love her as well.
As they get used to each other, they also have to get used to military rations. High-energy food, chocolate, oat bars, and a lot of boil-in-the-bag puddings and stews.
Horrible. Absolutely disgusting.
It's revolting.
Do you know what? It tastes shit if you look at it. Sorry. But don't look at it. And
I'm not eating the rest of it anyway.
It don't taste that bad.
I can't eat that.
I enjoyed it a lot.
It's just like a normal meal. Just tastes like a normal meal. People just gonna have to get used to it, aren't they?
It's not all you'd expect it, but at least it keeps you alive. Keeps you alive, yeah?
Gone out now, mate. Right, fellas, I will be back down in 10 minutes. I expect you to be ready to go. Webbing on, Bergen's packed and Bergen's on, and no gash whatsoever lying around. All stowed away. Happy with that?
Yes,
I'll see you in 10 minutes.
In a battle situation, commandos must consume their food rapidly, eating what they've got, whether they like it or not.
You guys have really nice life, You should have friggin' appreciate it. But I'm glad I'm from St. Vincent, because I see that friggin' life is hard on the other end. So, when you guys go to Afghanistan and you see people friggin' sick and dying and them shit, you'd realize what life is all about. So when you come back home, you wouldn't even throw a friggin' cracker on the friggin' ground. You pick up every friggin' thing and eat it. You wouldn't throw away nothing. You always try and take care of yourself, honestly. When you're from St. Vincent, you know what hard life is sometimes. Some people do. There's some that are born friggin' rich. They just have everything and they just go about friggin' with their heads up and all that shit. But they ain't real people, man. Real people is like friggin' me and him. Come from poor backgrounds, bathe outside. When you want to have a shower, you go outside and have a shower. No inside, no heating, no AC, nothing like that. Friggin', that's the type of life.
94 Troop must now put up their bivouacs, the lightweight shelters all commandos carry with them. Once night falls, they'll need to mount armed sentries and use secret passwords to identify friends from foe. The troop haven't yet been issued with weapons, so they've been given something to be getting on with. A sort of DIY AK-47.
Hey, John. Get on the floor.
Use yours.
Right.
Halt. Identify yourself.
Troop commander.
Sorry, sir.
Don't worry, Colin. Good effort.
It's pitch black, and the recruits can see virtually nothing.
Terry, what's the code word tonight? It's... Oh, I forgot. It's something... Charlie, something like that. I'd have to ask again. Adam, what's the code? What's the password? The password is Oscar, Charlie. What's the reply? Yeah, Oscar, reply with Charlie. Okay. Terry. Hello. Terry, the code word is, the challenge is Oscar, and the reply is Charlie. Okay, Oscar, Charlie. Yeah. I knew it was Charlie something. Thanks anyway. Okay. You're on sentry duty? Are you on sentry? Yeah, I'm supposed to be going there now.
Passwords, keeping guard, is essential to maintaining security in hostile territory, as it is to keep complete silence.
can't expect them to switch from a civilian to Royal Marine Commander in a day. You know, they're not aware they're making large amounts of noise. They've got no concept of an enemy threat, where the enemy might be watching a couple of weeks' time, a couple of exercises' time. Recruits will be fully in here, everything will be cammed out, there'll be no noise, there'll be no light after dark, there'll be no chatting, no wandering about, no clambering about, and everyone will be whispering. So you see a gradual progression from non-tactical as they are now, straight through to tactical with noise and light discipline. Sort of fully tactical as it would be on operations throughout the world.
I'll tell you what, it's a bit of an arse getting out of bed at this time in the morning. It's even more of an arse trying to get your clothes away. Hang on. Fucking hell. I'll tell you what, if there was a war, it'd be over 6 hours before I was ready. Jesus.
British forces in Afghanistan say they killed 21 Taliban fighters in a lengthy battle last Sunday. The Ministry of Defence had originally said that 5 Taliban were killed in the engagement in the village of Nowzad. Local people say dozens of civilians also died in the operation.
In the couple of weeks that follow, 924 Troop are pushed harder and harder.
Throat. You can get your fingers in, fingers all the way round, thumb round the back of the esophagus, the windpipe, rip it out. It quite possibly cause death. Okay, at the end of the day, this is the business we're in. Bollocks, okay? Hands straight in there, good strike on the bollocks, very uncomfortable. You start grabbing, pulling them off, ripping the testicles off, ripping the penis off. Again, I'm sure you're going to have the upper hand.
But the upper hand is the one thing 924 Troop do not get.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not in the gym, not in the field, and not on the parade ground.
Don't want to hear it. You've always got one, I don't want to hear it. It's on there.
And increasingly, they have to pay the inevitable price for their constant shortcomings.
No one here is impressing me so far. No one here is impressing any of the instructors. It's down to you. You don't change. We can't change it for you, so you'll automatically leave this camp. Do you understand? Yes, sir!
You missed all that shave there.
We cannot afford to be having to keep on going over everything, over and over again. Simple things like tying up your shoelaces, shirts, T-shirts tucked in, boxer shorts sticking out on the bottoms of your shorts.
Did you even bother to check it? Did you even bother?
We've got standards here, men. We will not drop those standards. We will not change those standards. We will not bend the rules, okay, or anything like that. By week 9, if you're not up to scratch, you'll be back-trooped. Period. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. Whether that's 1 of you, 2 of you, 30 of you, you'll be back-trooped. And I will progress with the people who deserve to be here. That's the way we work. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Don't be such a bunch of fannies. Get a grip of yourselves, start working as a troop, and realise that every single day you've got to put 100% in. At the moment, fellas, everyone on this camp thinks you're shit. I'm getting pretty bored of trying to defend you when you're not really proving it. Troop, stand at. Get a fucking grip of yourselves.
They just basically saying that we're the worst. We're not actually the worst. I know that. They just try and, like, it's a way of, like, psychology thing with your mind, trying to get you in the whole mode of doing your best all the time. That's just it.
So you're still smiling?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright. More drills, better for me. More stuff, I just get bigger. That's all.
I'm starting to think that I've made the wrong decision. I'm not like a soldier. I can't be one of these guys that can do all this. I can't be like a robot as such. I need to be different. I need to stand out a lot. But I like to be my own person. I like to do what I want to do, kind of thing.
You came in kind of full, really...
Yeah, I come in with all guns blazing, real big enthusiasm, really wanting to do it, crack on. And I cracked on, I've done what I want, you know, I'm doing the work. But then there's this part of me that's saying, this isn't what you want to be doing, Ian. This isn't you.
It's all coming to a head for 924 Troop. Already people are wanting to leave. 30 weeks away from deployment to Afghanistan, they are falling well short of the standards expected.
They've been late for numerous timings. Not listening to team, that's a major one. That's one of the things I harped on about today.
The training team have tried everything they know to knock them into shape, except one thing, the ultimate sanction.
And when they come out of the mud, it's going to be them that decide again which option they take.
The recruits of 924 Troop have no idea what's about to hit them. But some aren't even staying to find out. 6 people have now decided to leave, thinking better of a career in the Royal Marines.
Some just find it too hard. Others realise that they saw the nice side of the Royal Marines without seeing that you have to put the hard work in, get cold, wet and muddy on the way there. Other blokes get injured. Other blokes decide it isn't for them. I mean, to get to the end, you've got to be a certain type of character in there. You've got to have just a willpower to crack on, regardless if you're thrashed, cold, wet, hungry, and that's what it's all about. Well, it's always sad to see people go. But then again, if they were there and they were dragging the troop down in terms of their performance physically or in the field or around the accommodation and it wasn't for them, then, yeah, after that initial factor they're not there, then, yeah, the troop will obviously become stronger.
And good luck to 924 Troop. Live long and prosperous.
It's the evening of the summer ball for the young officers also on camp. After 15 months hard training, they are themselves just weeks from deploying to the front line in Afghanistan. For these Marine officers, it's champagne and pins. For 924 Troop, it's a lesson they're never likely to forget.
Right, fellas, I think you need a swift kick up the arses. I think you need to get a grip at yourselves and realise that recruit training requires effort. It requires you to listen to what the training team say. When they say go, you have to make your way in a clockwise direction, around the square, past Sergeant Quinn, around the next instructor, to the boy, and back to me. Stand by. Go! Get a move on, fellas!
The mud run, as this is called, is normally done for fun. But it can be turned into a punishment that is feared by all, recruits and officers alike.
Start working harder! 10 seconds! Legs up! Start pressing kicking! 10! 9! Straight in your leg! 8! Discipline, fellas! 7! Get your legs up! Your legs! Stay here!
Greg, you're not having a baby. Keep your voice down.
Chest, you! Get off your fucking knees! Get your knees off the deck! Up in! Stretch! Do not drop into the mud! Control exercise! Is that Sparks? Is it? Unlucky. Hey, just have a look for my sympathy. Where is it? Yeah, what do you think you're the only one that's got a bit of mud in your eye? So when the bullets are flying, you're in the water, you're going to go, hang on a minute, stop this section attack. I've got a fly in my eye, I've got a bit of mud in my eye. We just stop now, shall we? We just stop and get everyone killed. Shall we or not? Talking to you, fella. No, God, bro. Get a move on then. Yes, God, bro. Away you go.
Get moving, Recruit John. Stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself. You've done nothing. Get yourself up there.
Fellas, that was nothing hard. I will personally not let you go into 3 Commando Brigade, work alongside my friends and my colleagues in operations in Afghanistan. If you're not up to the required standard, fellas, you will not pass the course. It is dangerous, it is unsafe, and it's unfair on those who have earned the Green Beret to pass out recruits who are not up to the task. Okay, trust me when I say that, fellas. You're here to aspire to excellence. You want to be a Royal Marines Commando? A bit of hard work, fellas, that's all it takes.
They don't give a shit. As the corporal said, you think I'm concerned about you? You know. Those are the types of words that make me friggin' think. If you don't care shit about me and I'm doing training because I want this and you are part of it, why do I want to go somewhere when you might be in Iraq, I might be in Iraq? Then you're going to say, I don't care about you. That's the same word he's going to use. Friggin' hell.
I think this is where it's starting to come crunch time now. The training is like as near as they can get it into a war situation where you've not had enough sleep. Everyone's like mad with each other, everyone's under pressure, and people are starting to break, and you can see it all over.
Hard, very hard. Very, very hard.
There's been more heavy fighting in southern Afghanistan. Officials say at least 19 people were killed when Taliban insurgents ambushed government forces in the province of Helmand. At the same time, British troops are continuing their support of police who are pursuing Taliban fighters involved in a battle in the region 3 days ago.